as opposed to the Democrats who can't even get out of their own way. And I really believe that him getting elected, I don't know how much credit you give directly to him, but the fact that he got elected has some serious fucking consequences that are going to last for a long time, at least when it comes to the presidency. But it's already branched out into all parts of the government in terms of how elections are done, and just like there's all kinds of new shit, primarying and shit. Like it's going to get way more ugly, I think.
That's interesting. Ben Shapiro just said the same thing. I was on the radio. I was listening to it in the drive-thru. Well, about him kicking the door down and screwing everything up, and then he went into, you have all these people from Ivy League schools that did really well, and then this guy comes in, kicks in the door, and just, he's just famous off of
all
daddy's
these career
money.
Politicians are just like, I think they literally, like, they can't think rationally in that part of their brain. Because, can you imagine? Something like if you were at like a microcosm of that would be like you're working at a job and they hire some junior dude and pay him more money and he somehow can do the job. And it's like, motherfucker, I went to school for this shit.
Yeah, I literally just made an 18-minute video on this today.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah,
literally.
I guess I got my thumb on the pulse.
Everybody's thinking the same thing today.
Yeah. I mean, it's not hard to
say. Everybody's like, how the fuck did we get here? I mean, like, they're talking about, like, this is unconstitutional. How?
Fundamentally, basically, I don't know. We underestimated how willing people are to accept the status quo when there's an alternative, any alternative. You know what I mean? And I think it shows that a lot more people than anyone realized were really disillusioned with politics for a long time. And Trump is just a fucking wrench in the gear. And a lot of people were just like, fuck yeah, something different.
I mean, the dude said, hello, I hope everyone...
Michael Moore said it properly. He said Donald Trump's election is going to be the biggest fuck you that the world has ever fucking seen. From the middle class that was completely hollowed the fuck out.
Yeah, man.
I mean, over the past 30 fucking years, you saw their fucking wages fucking lost their goddamn homes, ended up getting fucking divorced, working at fucking Walmart and shit, having nothing fucking around them, no car, no ability to do shit, grounded in fucking medical bills while these cocksuckers in fucking Washington, D.C. blame them and tell them that they're evil white fucking males. You know what I mean? Like, that's what this is. This is the giant fuck you from, the people to the fucking political class in this country that legitimately sold them the fuck down the river 30 goddamn years ago.
Yeah. I mean, there's people I know that have doctorate degrees, and where are they? They're working at fucking Burger King, McDonald's. Doctorates. Spent 8 years doing school and shit, and they're just
a doctorate in gender studies.
No, actually, like it was like something about
English.
Yeah, he's not lying. Like I worked at the facility with guys.
Well, I'm an idiot.
Those areas, they're oversaturated. Like there's a bunch of people that have already studied that shit. Like if you were to go and become a business major up in New York,
why is this guy not dying?
You're getting that business major.
Oh, I don't have it. Okay.
In order to get a job in a different state.
I wasn't doing any damage. That explains a lot.
You know? And it's retarded the way that this fucking economy works. And it pretty much gets to the point, like, why the fuck do I need to go to school? Like, you know.
Trade jobs are actually paying better right now.
Yeah, like right now, I'm working at a fucking place that makes marker boards for schools, and I'm making. I mean, I'm not making like mega mucho fucking bucks, but I'm not fucking hurting.
I'll be back.
You know.
So Excel, I got a chance to do a little bit of practice on this build, and I soloed 51 Greater Root, I think, without too much problem. I'm pretty squishy, but I can do hella DPS.
Oh yeah, dude, nice.
Especially when you're around. Holy shit. I think we could up it to 13.
I'm down.
I mean, even if I'm not right next to you, I can still kind of
Damn it!
keep
Black
myself
Dog,
alive.
you fucking cock. I can't believe you would do that to me, you fucking thing. Come on, Swampies.
I will not do that.
Come
I got some bitter beer. I spent a lot of time just getting used to playing this one.
Alright. I'm coming back. I made a witch doctor so I could farm my pants.
Yeah, we
It's
all have
actually
to do that eventually.
it's recommended.
Oh, for those one pants?
Mm-hmm. It is actually recommended. Oh, I just started a game. I don't know what the fuck I just did.
I didn't realize they were class specific.
It's mostly, so yeah, it's easier to get them that way. So I was like, all right,
Oh.
I'm gonna do it. Need
So-
lots of.
I was doing fine until I came across this little elite frog that kept kicking my ass. Like I couldn't get. I just had to keep dying and whittle him down. Just a little frog. It seemed like he had like every elemental attack on at once. Though. Something I couldn't figure it out.
I am returning to town.
I need to put Nemesis bracers on in my cube.
Well, we want to leave game up the difficulty. I think that's the plan.
Yeah, because I can solo at this level. So.
Yes, and then we can go to. We should just do a stupid one at 16 real fast, and then go to the puzzle ring to get a maximum
Let's do
amount
the puzzle ring first.
max amount of gold, and then we can just you can downgrade. I do believe downgrade the level as many times as you want. I
Where'd you
think.
guys go?
Gonna leave this on and fall asleep, or are voices that relaxing to you? Thanks, Patrice.
Wow. All right.
Hell yeah.
I gotta get rid of that transmog. My shoulders look stupid.
Are you gonna up the difficulty or what, bro?
Oh, am I the?
You're the leader.
Well, it was gonna be or what until you said something. I'm not used to being the leader.
Has joined my party.
We believe in you, stand right. You can touch the sky.
Alright, open up that puzzle ring, bitch.
Cube and transmute.
That is too expensive.
Oh, that looked cool as hell watching that. Alright, I'm in the vault, sitting in the doorway. Ooh, we have an elite right off the bat, too. And our first thing. Oh yeah, dude, look at us go. Look at us go. We're on... Oh, we're only on 13. Never mind, I thought we were on 16.
Oh, did you want me to put it up to 16?
That's all good, yeah.
I didn't want to go up to 16.
I would say
That's
just
definitely too much for me.
just for this.
I don't have enough spirit.
It's alright. Not that much gold loss. Ooh, so many legendaries. Another goblin. Oh, baby. Give me all that gold. Give me that gold. Oh. No. Enemies. Gold.
There's this one. Anything else?
Fireball kicks for days.
Click that gold pet. We can't lose no gold.
What you ask is impossible.
Well, that was 100 million gold. That's enough for like eight or nine, 8 or 9 of those beautiful, beautiful, extremely cool parade riffs. Yawn. Oh, dude, if I just got another puzzle ring, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Returning to town.
That'd be all right.
That'd be worth it. No, it's definitely not. It's an arc light, arc stone. Yeah. Ooh, gold skin is always nice, though. Dude.
Goddamn.
Click, 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 click.
Oh no, I need you.
I need a convention development so bad. I guess I can roll on my thing now. Ooh, chance on area. The area damage is nice, but I like my life on hit.
Enemies of the Nephilim surround you.
That creature will die. Not enough spirit.
Just make sure socket's still in there. Fire, I don't use fire, you son of a bitch.
Your strength fails. I
And
don't
I'm
have
out
enough
again.
spirit.
God damn it.
I need healing. I must wait to use that ability.
Dude.
This fight is over.
Oops. Was I not supposed to hit that?
I
You
don't
have
know
numbers
if
and
that was
spaces?
you or Monkey. Oh, I don't. I can't
No,
wear them
monkey's
anymore.
not here. Monkey's not.
I'm not cool. I'm not there. Monkey's not cool. Monkey's not there. Now I am getting desperate. Because I need tons of those. Pretty much, I'm gonna be on running rifts for fucking days with my. Oh, I forgot to put on my Nemesis in the cube. That's gonna be a must. I'm gonna be grinding those on my days off. I kind of want to do like a stupid long stream too, just for the fucking shits and giggles. And maybe,
Whoop.
just maybe,
Damn it.
Even
I can get
no one ever
Mr. Beast
listens
to show up.
it.
Yeah, I didn't put them on yet.
Still a bad habit.
I'm kicking myself for not, because I need to. It's part of my build to help me speed. This is actually, and it specifically, like I said, it says in the build, this is not a group build.
Oh, it's a goblin or some kind over here.
Purple, I mean, Bloods. Nice. We just raped that thing. I mean, graped that thing.
What you ask is impossible.
Listening to Whale Gang Radio.
Oh, purple now.
still need to record my thing for Sunrise.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna remind you guys. I need that for tomorrow.
This is Stone Monkey, and you are listening to Insomnus Radio. 106.9 K-Love.
You should not use Insomnus. You should be like Insomnus Jams or something like that.
I got it. Okay. Hi, this is Stone Monkey, and you're listening to Insomnus Jams here on 97.7. Some shit like that, eh?
Yeah. I mean, Tom P already said. I already did one that says. So we've been calling it Insomnus Radio. I mean, I guess we could change it.
Well, I was just thinking because you already have Whale Gang Radio, but it doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal at all. Oh.
Give me your death breaths, bitches. You're dead and I get death breaths.
You know what the only bitch is about like, being sober constantly?
The world's much less interesting.
There's more dumb people, man.
Well, no. The issue is that all you do is just sit around and think about shit all the fucking time because your brain doesn't shut off.
Yeah, I know it sucks.
My brain's like that all the time.
That's why I say this. Yeah.
That does nothing shuts that off. No amount of alcohol or drugs has ever shut that off.
Well, alcohol and weed, like it calms it down a little. Like it doesn't. It's not so like fucking frantic.
Yeah. That's why I like getting stoned, because I am a freaking Sunrise and yourself can attest, man. I fucking sound like I'm on crack and shit, dude. It's fucked. No, it's just normal. I was like,
What was it? You were bitching about something. I was like, Monkey, I need you to calm down and smoke some weed.
Yo, I'm going by Hershey the Tank. He is on the back of a flatbed trailer. Man, listen. Anyway, right, so like yeah, I spend like the vast majority of my time driving down the road just thinking about shit. Right?
We can probably do even harder than that, by the way.
There we go. All right, on the road. And so, like, I'm sitting here and I'm just, like, working shit out in my head. But the bitches is I never remember it the next fucking day. Like, I work them out and then my brain goes,
record yourself on your phone, man. Just talk into your phone or record it.
yeah, I feel like I'm like being like crazy. I don't want to get that deep into it. Like, I don't want to let like...
Be like, note to self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saigon hookers might bite your nose off.
True, man.
But anyway, yeah. So I don't know, man. Like I was sitting there thinking about like the whole Donald Trump. You know what I mean? And I feel like I think we just need like somebody like not Donald. Like I like Donald because like I don't know how the fuck he's still like around. Like I'd have figured somebody would have shot him or like poisoned him or like hit him in one of those heart attack fucking guns that they have.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or like I don't know, fucking like somehow they would have been took his ass out by now. Like, cause like I don't know, like if you guys do you guys read the news much?
Somewhat.
Well, I read the news because I like scan for like what I'm gonna fucking make videos about on a regular basis, and like I news, and I'm just like, holy shit! Like this is what the other side is saying, and it's fucking scary. It's like the scariest shit ever. And I'm like, nigga, there's no way. Like we're gonna have a civil war like, if you motherfuckers get your.
Hello there.
Yep, dude, they're fucking nuts, dude.
Don't forget.
They're like the calls for impeachment are getting to be too strong.
I cannot afford
I'm like,
that.
why?
Like you investigated the dude for I don't know, a few years or whatever, and turns out he didn't do anything. But he was really pissed off about the investigation and tried to get it stopped because he thought it was dumb. And now you want to impeach him because you wanted to stop it, even though he didn't. Like even if I thought that the legal theory supported it, that's obstruction of justice, I still would be like, well, it's not really high because he didn't do it and he didn't do anything wrong to begin with.
Yeah, and like
Go ahead.
the whole investigation was an abuse of power to begin with.
Well, and that's what I think we're gonna find out, and then we're gonna see the left all of a sudden talking like Republicans were about the investigation, except this time it's not gonna be a bunch of smoke and no fire.
Fortune favors the bold.
The media's already doing it. They're just like, it's nonsense. The investigation was proper and above board. I was like, how do you know that?
Like, hang on a minute. Like, I'm 95% sure, like, there was no case to be made whatsoever. There was nothing. Like, I can understand investigating Russian meddling in the election. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you thought that was a thing, I can understand investigating just that part.
Yeah, that part. But see, all the stuff in the Mueller report, none of that was him. His team didn't find that out. That all came from other intelligence agencies that were already doing that because it is their job to do that, right? That's what the CIA is for, right? That's what the NSA is for.
Yeah.
The FBI mandate is they only operate in the United States.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and they didn't even really operate in the United States.
Let's try 14.
I gotta do Act 1 bounties.
I got a question though.
Fine, let's do Act 1
I'm trying to figure out what's better to roll for because the guide's not really clear. But I have two of the same amulet. One has damage on it. The other one has intelligence, has more intelligence. But if I equip it, it says plus 36% damage. So
that's better.
So it's just this raw damage stat is better than intelligence then.
Yep. Sometimes.
All right. 1 second.
Well, no, intelligence gives you extra resistances and stuff. I don't know. It's a tough call sometimes.
Well, I won't throw it away. Significantly better.
You can accept or not. You get the extra chest in this with the gems.
All right, well, let's do this, and then I'll up the difficulty.
So I need to. I fucked up when I got rid of my shoulder. Yeah. So I gotta get the fucking Act 1 bounty shoulders. Hopefully. Stupid me.
I don't know. I gotta make it till tomorrow.
When I let this shit off.
Oh, bunch of gems.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one reason I like that the most.
My wounds are closing.
So the next bounty. Oh, I have to kill enemies. Shit.
Whoop.
Come here, bitches. Bitches, come.
Oh. I was gonna have the difficulty method.
Well,
Yeah.
let's just finish the bounties because he already started it.
Oh, alright.
You can go see if you can do a bounty by yourself without dying.
On 12?
It's on 13 right now.
Oh, that's right, on 13. Oh, that's a shot.
If not, no biggie.
Brave beneath the endless tide.
Ah, goddamn. That's right. There we go. Ah,
Oh my god, I got
a
an
nice
army of
one.
goblins on me and I can't stop attacking them. I aggroed them on accident.
Oh, shit.
I'm being totally for real.
Struggle is real.
Let me go. Stop attacking me. Let me teleport, motherfucker. Oh no! Bitch ass motherfuckers. And then my thing goes off. What a son of a bitch. At least we're in the same act. As you believe, that means items still drop.
Oh, cool.
No,
oh,
never mind.
Excel.
Yeah.
I see.
Cannot be done.
Do you want to see if Cam wants to fucking come on the stream on Thursday?
Sure.
I mean, fucking, Evil Cam is Cam, right? I legit don't know who Evil Cam is.
I think so. I don't know.
I don't know who the fuck.
I don't know where all the goblins were. I think I got them all.
I need
Yeah, I didn't get any loot. I had to be in the same zone, not the same act. That sucks. And I could not get here.
Alright.
returning to town.
Well, sorry. I just jumped on them all, and there was nothing I could do except for.
No, you're good. I got freaking stuck on enemies.
Oh,
And I gotta go kill a few more because I'm almost done.
Yeah, you should have seen my motherfucking. I have like a fucking bank of shit you use to make a video with, like my fucking video creator. Yo, I had like 100 goddamn pictures in that bitch today.
Yeah.
Hot damn, man, no shit.
Defeated.
Yo, just there were so many fucking people and players and things and shit. I had to put it like it was like, holy fuck! And I didn't even get all the stuff I wanted to get, but it was too much. Like I couldn't fucking do it.
The gods favored me.
Like just trying to talk about this is like the most difficult thing in the world because it's so fucking complicated and the storyline is so ridiculous.
Flaws are revealed.
Well, I haven't died, so that's a really good sign. I actually completed the fucking quest and everything.
How fast are you killing stuff? Like reasonably?
Yeah.
You don't have to be instant giving it like I do.
No,
but...
no, reasonably. Like I could do. I think I could probably. Yeah. I'm good to go.
All right. Genrise cut
Alright.
up. I was gonna bring up this game really is like
Beneath the endless tide.
it. Diablo operates on like Dragon Ball Z rules, right?
I don't know
So
what that means.
well, so you every time you get a new item, it's like you go to the trainer to get more powerful, and then you come out and all of a sudden everybody that used to be on your level is now so far beneath you they don't even offer a challenge.
Oh, okay.
I guess if you watch Dragon Ball Z, you would,
Never
you would
watched
get it
Dragon
more.
Ball Z. I've seen more
You
Dragon
never
Ball Z on gifs on Sinatra stream that I have in like on purpose.
Yeah. So what happens
How have
is
you not watched Dragon Ball Z?
It looks like it looks gay as fuck. I don't know. I never interested.
What?
So what
Oh, it's
happens?
the most awesome show ever.
Dude, everybody likes Dragon Ball Z.
What
Sunrise.
happens in Dragon Ball Z is a super powerful enemy shows up, and nobody can even touch him. So then they go train with the master, which is, I'm comparing that to getting the next item in your build. And then once that happens,
too soon about that. Sorry, I'm getting my ass kicked.
Oh.
Well, like, yo, they don't go train with the master, though. That's not how shit works.
well, sometimes they just get a Zenkai boost because that happens if you're Saiyan.
Well, no, what happens is they die. Right?
Yeah,
Or they almost die.
That's the Zenkai boost.
I don't know what the fuck it's called. I don't know what it's called. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life.
great.
You
Of
completed the
course.
bounty.
Of course, I don't get what I need. I get
Yeah,
some more of the
on
same
that one,
bracers.
but this one is chucking.
Well,
Ridiculous.
we're only doing Act 1. We're done. We can even up the difficulty.
Do you get the bracers? I mean, the shoulders?
No, I didn't. And even if I did, I can't give you stuff that comes out of
Oh, yeah, that's right.
quest caches.
Why?
I did luckily roll like the damn near dopest Hellfire amulet for my second build.
Don't be shy.
Yeah.
And then they got those crystal meth beans too.
Yeah.
Like the niggas be almost dead, and then they eat a bean and they're cool.
Totally.
Like, yo, they're like their power level double.
Completely back.
Yeah, straight.
Steal.
I mean, like I feel like they could have done without that. Like I understand, like that was a hell of a plot device. Like, because I don't know how else. Like you would have had to write a whole lot of stuff
Well, what they did
inside of
is
the plot to save them.
yeah, they just made sure that like they only grow in that one place, and they can only get so many at a time, and so when they need them,
Yeah, but they always had a bag, nigga. Like they always had a bag. Like, you know what I mean? They just show up with a bag full of motherfucking juju beads and shit, and like, I mean, they was cool, and they
That's
always
like-
had them just enough for.
yeah, that quite literally could have been. Oh, sorry, I got a message from Ghastly.
Oh shit.
It's gassing me. Oh yeah, I invited him to come on this week.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. He's always down, but then he forgets that he doesn't have any time.
Yeah, I don't knock nobody, man. I be forgetting to do streams all the time. Yo.
All right, let's do T14, guys. Let's do it. Go.
What gassing me? Everything cool?
Yeah, it was about because he said he'd be down to. He told Stone Monkey he'd be down to come on the Nights of the Coffee Table.
Oh, cool.
So I said, all right. And then I messaged him to see were you wanting to do that tonight, next week? And he just got back to me.
Gotcha.
No, you don't have to come on. No big deal.
I
was just like,
I said we go
I
live.
just threw it
We
out
go
there.
live at 8 o'clock GCT, Gulf City time.
Groot has joined my party.
Yeah. I was just like, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna throw it out there, you know? Be like, yeah, we hailed the rail up in this bitch, you know? That's what it is.
Hell yeah. And since AP said he was leaving YouTube, I'm like, I think we need to fold back into
He's
the
not.
motherfucking
He's
Call
not.
of Duty.
He's
Am I
not
doing greater
leaving.
rifts?
Well, it doesn't matter what difficulty level you're on for greater.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's
No,
just a
you
risk.
just get more. You just get more death breaths for doing the higher level rifts.
Ah,
anyway, yeah, we were talking about sensu beans, right?
Yes,
Like,
you were.
I feel like that could have been like, nah, I mean,
Goblin.
You gotta set. This is ridiculous.
Too much.
Too fast, too much. If you slow down, maybe, but not gonna
Okay.
Can't do it.
All right, I'll move with you.
Don't have enough spirit.
I mean, if it's not gonna fuck your shit up.
It's not. I'm better at playing the build now. I just last time you were running around just killing everything, so I said okay.
Well, I know,
Bro,
but like
I know everything.
I can do it to a
everything's
certain
different.
extent, but if I can control everything, I can. But
You are defeated.
yeah, but anyway, right? Like, yo, they could have just had like a character that healed people.
Yep,
Know what I
they
mean?
could have, but oh no. Eat those beans, bro. Gotta eat your beans.
But they did. They had Dende at one point who was doing that shit. But like, them beans was like, man, listen, dude. Like, nigga, they just had a bag constantly. They just always showed up with a motherfucking like a half ounce of the beans on a regular basis.
Oh my god! I let my buff wear out.
oh, I ran right.
Negative 10,000% damage.
I must heal.
This may as well be what it's called whenever I let it run off.
Ouch.
I was like, why aren't you dying?
Squishy XL.
Brave beneath the endless tide.
Fuck, man.
What? Just ran into
Everything's too
what?
spread out. We need to.
That's these fucking fuck you assholes.
Somebody have nemesis bracers now?
Nope. Oh no, we're all gonna just beat the fuck down quick. Oh shit. Nope. Yep. I love almost dying and then getting full health from all the thorns.
Make it say, na 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 na.
Getting jiggy with it.
I'm the colonel of this motherfucking tank. Got them big tanks, we got them big banks. Third world hustlers, soldier retirement. I used to actually like that shit, man. That was a fucking bomb ass off. Like, it was super cheesy, but like they had a gold tank in the middle of a basketball court. Like, can't hate on that. That is 90s as you're gonna get right there.
Fuck yeah, right? God damn, dude, the 90s, man.
Like, niggas is like, we got gold everything. Like, they was not playing games. Like, niggas had gold Hummers, gold rims, gold teeth, like giant ass diamonds in their ears, watches that are so heavy they could barely lift their arms and
What a
shit.
horror.
What a bitch, man.
Whoa, I forget you can't stand in that thing. It does a shit ton of damage.
Wait to use that ability.
I do a shit ton of damage. Fuck that shit.
Oh shit, dude.
That's all the legendaries on the map I gotta pick up.
Sunrise wasn't paying attention and just got ass raped.
Yep.
Sunrise got butt raped.
It's almost easier to do the greater risk because there's no gear, nothing to gather. You just kind of drive forward.
Yeah, but you don't need death breaths and greater rifts. It's a
I know. I'm just saying in terms of like.
It's a sad reality.
all right. We can go home.
But essentially, we just need to establish somebody as a leader, and
That map was not conducive to anybody working as a team.
right.
It's
and then
just
that
wide
person has to
open.
make sure they don't get too far ahead. Me and Monkey were testing the distance of how each other's buffs affect each other. Basically, if you can see them on the screen, their buffs are affecting you. I didn't really
should be.
realize that until we actually looked at it.
Yeah, there's a little leeway and there's some time difference, right? Like after, it doesn't wear off immediately after you get out of range.
Anybody need a obsidian ring?
I could use another one, but basically I could use, it's one to wear if I need to wear it.
I'm wearing one. I'm wearing an ancient one right now.
You're still wearing your condom?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I never took this shit there.
Yo, Sinrise, you feel like arguing with me? I want to work a point out in my head.
Okay, as long as you guys don't mind. As long
No.
as everybody else doesn't mind.
All right,
What's up,
so
outlaw and all his blue well? Right. That is right.
all hail the blue motherfucker. But y'all two can help me out with this shit too, right? So I think, like, I just had this thought pattern inside of my head, and I've been working out like this prohibition ideology, like fucking that the making drug, like how they made alcohol illegal, it caused street violence and crime, and then when they made drugs illegal, it caused street violence and crime. And now that they legalized marijuana, it may have actually made the violence over the heroin and increased poverty in the inner cities, like throughout the country, because you no longer have individuals able to sell illegal weed to make money.
That's fucking
Are
crazy.
you talking about the weed dealers and stuff who are against prohibition, or who are against legalization? I should say.
Well, just as an in general thing, you know what I mean? Like, when you legalize weed, wouldn't it have an effect of making the fucking heroin trade worse because you're adding more people into that game, and then on top of that, it would increase poverty because you had individuals relying on weed, not selling weed to stand here and fucking buy diapers, pay child support, and munchies, food.
Well, I have to think about that.
Because the vast majority of people who
legalize all
open up
drugs.
I'm with you.
I can't really concentrate, honestly. I have to be honest.
Lower the difficulty then.
All right. I meant trying to think about what Tom's talking about.
Yeah, I just meant make the difficulty so low that it's you don't have to think.
Yeah, it should just be a reaction to play a video game. we used to get blitzed as fuck and play 007. Well, it was GoldenEye originally, and then the next one where you could turn the gravity off. They had grappling guns and grenade launchers and shit.
No shit.
Yeah, so the real answer is just legalize all drugs and make so that game is totally above board. But that's not going to happen.
Well, I'm with your ideology on a long-term point as a solution. But, wouldn't legalizing weed literally end up impoverishing the individuals and causing
not necessarily, because it's going to open up a new industry, basically.
Yeah,
so
I know.
There's possibly more opportunities that will offset but I mean, I don't even know how you would calculate the negative.
When you go apply to work at a weed shop, it's like, dude, I've been selling nug illegally for years, man. I know all my shit.
Yeah, and there's taxes, and there's so many other things. I'm sure that it's. I don't even think it was a wash, but I feel like it's probably a net positive because you're creating a positive, legitimate industry.
Oh, I feel like the opportunity to be able to own a weed shop is always a good thing, right? Like, you know, I mean, like having an industry open up is a good
Or to
thing.
work
But
in one, or to grow your own and sell it.
What you're trying to do is make a utilitarian argument against it because people that make a living off the black market for weed will no longer be able to make their living that way, and a percentage of them will turn to another black market choice that is more harmful to society and carries stiffer penalties.
I think when it comes to marijuana specifically, you're not going to find a lot. Most of the weed dealers I've ever known in my life, and I've known a lot, that's all they really did. And they certainly didn't seem like the kind of people who were ready to get into fucking serious organized crime.
Yeah, I know. It's the people at the top that are gonna have to change their game plan. Yeah. And they're already
no, like we always stepped up and down. You know what I mean? Like if you sold weed, you also, you know what I mean, that you were a plug for coke and fucking heroin, or you also sold coke as well. The ecstasy and fucking acid and shit.
Yeah, that's not the case. Okay, so that might be what you did, but a lot of people. So when I go to buy weed, right, I'm buying from my friend who sells to pay for his own habit, and he talks to the guy that sells the coke and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't sell coke, but he gets it from that guy.
I've known a couple of guys, mostly guys in the ghetto, black guys, that would deal anything. They didn't give a fuck.
There's also
they'll get you weed, whatever you want. But
yeah.
That's not your typical weed. That's not where most people get
because
weed.
Yeah, what I'm saying is they've got ties to the source, right?
Yeah.
And the source sells the weed, coke, and the heroin at the same time.
Yeah, well, so here's the other thing. There's the old hippie fucking market, which is basically just weed and acid and mushrooms. Like, I don't know if you ran into them, but there is a whole class of drug dealers that are old hippies. Like, they look like your fucking mom, and they sell weed.
Yeah.
Right. It's like weeds, except in real life, and they don't. And the person at the top, like, because they're growing in America or whatever. Especially now, because they're, you know, most of the weed you're getting isn't coming from Mexico anymore. It's coming from the states that have legal weed, and people are just doing dirty shit to get it out of there.
Which isn't anything other than just driving in.
Yeah, well, you know, getting the massive supply out is what is the dirty thing, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, you can get an ounce of weed per store per day, or per visit. You could literally walk back in like 10 minutes later and buy more.
Well, you probably have people that have their home grow op too, and it's not illegal there because you can have like 6 plants.
Incoming.
Thanks, Sunrise.
I wasn't really running away. I was just coming to get the loot, and those guys were behind me. They weren't really giving me any trouble. I was kind of just getting tired of dealing with it.
Your skill has.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I used to pick off my weed off the cops when I was younger.
Yeah, it didn't surprise me.
Who wants to do a puzzle ring?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like, I used to buy my weed off the
want to do a puzzle ring.
Sweet, I got another piece. Too bad they're not ancient.
Yeah, I used to buy my weed off the state police helicopter operator.
Oh shit, you guys are doing a rift.
I've known a lot of helicopter operators.
That's funny, you guys are all doing a rift, and I'm all.
I wouldn't be surprised at anything you told me about it.
You just went out by yourself, so I said, fuck it.
You got to be a crazy son of a bitch to be a helicopter pilot for a living, dude. That is one of the most dangerous, most difficult jobs there is. Like, in terms of not like hard, like not like being a cop, but like in terms of like actually like manual dexterity.
I'm in the Volt.
Who picked that up?
I did. I don't know.
They're the type of guys who would be race car drivers.
But what I'm saying is there's basically nothing more difficult to operate than a helicopter.
Sunrise, we're being attacked. We are being attacked.
Sorry.
Yeah, as I say, my thing goes off on its. Well, Excel got killed.
I'm sorry.
I just let it happen.
I can't do it. I can't do anything. I have a thing that goes off. So like, yeah, I just kind of started attacking things on my own. So you'll have to just be ready, I guess.
I used to work with them all the time in my dad's business, picking up crashed airplanes. And man,
oh shit!
Yeah, dude. Helicopter pilots, man. Amazing people.
Yeah, about because there was actually a spike in crime after Prohibition, right? Because because moonshiners and fucking, the mob, lost a product, so it caused a scramble.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Now the mob is all about fucking selling I don't know. I know a lot of mob business is things that are much more benign now, like illegal cigarette sales.
Well, they've always done illegal cigarette sales, but they don't do what they you can't knock off trucks anymore. You know what I mean? So they do illegal shipping and import export businesses and fucking that shit.
Yeah,
America.
Extortion, rackets, running unions, still that type of shit. But it's
they're all union bosses for a living now.
Yeah.
Oh, you need us. They're like, oh, you said you had a problem with scabs, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. What's it?
Running hookers and drugs. Fucking bootleg merchandise.
Yeah. So they'll run a strip club with a champagne room.
Or they'll actually have a bordello, a massage parlor.
Yeah.
Did you forget to eat again?
Know what I mean?
In fact, I decided to get the day's eating out of the way all at once.
Probably someplace where they just have to.
Ding dongs.
I have not gotten one yet.
Excel. Do you use the raiment of the Thousand Storms?
No.
Okay, so I'm free to burn that.
No, are the fucking shoulder pads of the Skeleton King fucking a different class or some shit?
They drop off of Act 1 bounties.
God damn it.
Yeah, and I'm almost done with them, so, yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll finish the
Act 1 bounty. Dude, I got the Corrupted Ashbringer, bro! Holy fuck!
Is that awesome?
Holy shit, dude, what the fuck? That's a...
Tino's laughing at us.
Yeah, he was like, holy shit, dude, I got the Corrupted Ashbringer. I was like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, man. That sounds like some weird shit.
Oh, fuck.
It is not ready yet.
That's the first time I've seen that. I didn't know that was even in this game.
Jet. You know what I mean? Fuck, I don't know, I was having that thought for a second. I was like, let me work this out inside of my head real quick. It's I always look at this shit and I go, man, there's a reason why stuff happens. You know what I mean? And so there's gotta be the reason behind things. And start looking at shit and you go, maybe let's fucking walk through this process a little bit inside of my head. It's easier to have a conversation with guys that lets y'all pick shit apart. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That's how I learn and I work things out inside of my head. And that's why I like having Sunrise around, because Sunrise he's able to do that type of shit all the fucking time. And Excel's pretty good at that shit too. You know what I mean? But Excel's not as round as much as fucking Sunrise is as far as being
I'm available
able to,
a lot. I'm just usually playing video games and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Or I go to bed.
Yeah, you're not awake at 3 o'clock in the morning like I am.
Home of Set Dungeons. That's
Oh,
funny.
Speaking of
That's
which, sorry
funny
I didn't
that it
respond to your
exists.
thing the other day, Tom. I sometimes I just don't see my notifications at all. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get mine sometimes either. It's weird. It's cool. I'm probably not going to be hanging around there too much here next, couple of weeks, whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's where all this shit happened at.
Well, I guess I'm glad I missed it then. I don't really enjoy drama.
Oh, you do.
Not really, man. I mean,
That's fun too.
I don't mind confrontation, but like I don't like to start shit. But
We're internet
I'll
people.
go there. I just don't. It's just not. I don't go looking for it.
I need to go.
Not that you do, but you know.
Sometimes I go looking for it. Sometimes I just, do my own thing.
I think it finds you either way somehow.
You have
Yeah.
here, but
Cool thing is it always slides off my motherfucking back. So that works out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh man. I'll tell you what, man, fucking like the smell of the fertilizer from the yard where I pick up my fucking trailers, it sticks with the truck forever.
Damn. Yeah, I know that fucking that smell. There's places
Yeah.
in California that smell like that all the time.
Fucking
I'm not
Excel, dude.
I can't even use them.
God damn it, dude! I got the stupid.
I just
fucking
got two-
freezers again.
Two of the fucking shoulders I'm looking from that cache, dude.
Oh fuck you!
It's
Awesome,
the same
thank you.
shoulders Monkey's looking for.
The
Yeah, I've
Skeleton
had them
King
once.
ones?
I thought I had a pair saved, but I don't seem to have them
Well,
in my shit.
You can have the other one. I got two of them,
You
and one of them
can't-
doesn't
you
have.
can't pick up stuff that was in a cache.
Ah, that's bullshit. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Monkey.
That's fine.
I'm sorry. I'm happy for me, though.
I don't know why I need that. I'm gonna have to read that.
Yeah, I know. I hopped on Jagan's stream the other day, and we were bullshitting
Yeah, I
about
was
some stuff
listening.
like Sunday night.
A lot of it was talking about orgies. It was talking about degeneracy. And him just being like, I stopped that shit. It's like you can be gay or bisexual. You can just be a normal person.
What a steal.
It's okay.
What?
Yeah, we had the same conversation last night about homosexuals. You know what I mean? And like, why like so many furries are gay?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, dressing up for them is like a normal fucking thing. You know?
Yeah.
Well,
Like all of them dress
Well,
up.
you know the whole. You talking about the whole drag thing?
Well, that and like they dress up like the village people for fucking time, and you know what I mean?
Well, the
They
village
put like,
people were that was specifically gay, but like, I don't know. I guess I'm a little more old school, but like to me, like drag people at least wasn't necessarily gay. They weren't necessarily gay. They just like to put on the weird show. Like I don't know.
yeah, what is it? God, what's his fucking name? The comedian, drag queen.
But it seems to have completely merged together now. They
Yeah.
seem to, you know what I mean? Like this, the whole, like it's the whole victimhood. Like they keep talking about the LGBT community, but it's really not a community. If anything, it's a community of victimhood. But it includes like most women and everybody who's not white, and you know what I mean.
Fucking hate white people, man.
I see a lot more in common with that than I do
You're a fucking white male.
because I never had a problem with gay people or anything. I never cared, right? It wasn't until they started
That's the here's
doing
what-
stupid
yeah,
shit. And
yeah,
I'm
this
just
is
like,
what I said.
now I gotta have an opinion. Well,
Yeah.
okay, then fuck you. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it was whenever like it's not enough that we don't care what they do with their in their
Yeah, if I have to
bedroom, right?
care,
But,
if I have to care, I'm not your ally.
only,
Sorry.
Not only that, I have to think it's beautiful when I see it,
Yeah, no thanks.
you have to be stunning and brave now.
and also I need to make sure that every movie unrealistically has a gay character.
Right.
And that
Even
gay
though-
character has to
Even
like
though it's
made
like
him
3% of the yeah. There's
That's the
3% of
problem.
the
Is
population.
representation is accurate already. But they're not happy with that.
It used to be. It used to be. Now it's in everything. There's a gay
No,
character.
I'm saying when it was before was representational. There'd be
Yeah.
like
Occasionally you would have a show with a gay
0.1% of the cast of everything should have included a gay character. That would have been representational. But now it's definitely more than that. So it's way more than representational. And they still cry victim. So yeah.
Well, yeah, because we need to care
Hard to feel
and
sorry
think
for
it's
him.
beautiful. It makes
Well, like,
them,
we were
them feel
we were
bad if
having
they're
the
sitting there
argument
watching
last
TV
night,
with their
like-
family and they don't see somebody like themselves.
Well, like we were having an argument last night, and like I was standing up for gay people, which is weird, right? But fucking like they lumped in fucking gay pride parades, BLM, and the KKK together, right?
Jesus.
And yeah, and I was like, man, all right, look, this is you're comparing apples to steak, all right? Like this is a whole different animal. These are like this is apples to steak to possum peckers. Like these are three way different fucking things. Or apples to steak to Twinkies. Like it's a whole different animal. Like all three of these are way different things, and the reason for them are completely different. Like because he was like, there's all like just a fuck you to the fucking society. I was like, the gay pride parade started off as like a backlash to the religious that no longer exists. Like, yo, like fucking that's what that was, because like the religious right were like bashing gays back in the fucking day, like the late 70s, early 80s, into the early 90s and shit. And that's when the gay pride parade started happening. And the KKK, were, fucking answer to fucking Reconstructionists who, were like basically just, I don't know, trying to fucking like force all types of ridiculous shit, reparations on the South.
That's what David Duke said in an
What?
interview. That's what he said.
What?
What the KKK was a response to that.
Yeah.
Just a racist movement. It was,
It's the truth. It's just
that's
like,
how it got
anything.
painted.
Well, KRS-One stood here and fucking, he said anything you push down in society is gonna equally try to push up.
Yeah, which is why a lot of people argue that. So when the civil rights movement happened, you're right, it was a pushback, and people that are they say that they didn't like the part where government stepped in, right? And some people said, well, you have to understand, there were places where you couldn't even find a hotel if you were black, if it wasn't for the fact that government forced business owners to take them in, right? And I was like, yeah, but how long would that have lasted? Like, government can go in and force people to do something, but you can't force them to like it.
Businesses eventually would have realized it's more business for them, and they would have got over it.
Yeah. It would have taken. It would have taken longer, but
maybe, probably not that.
But it would have happened naturally with less resentment.
Yeah.
Or even better, there would have been more black-owned businesses.
Yeah.
Well, naturally.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what used to happen. Like, there used to be a fuck ton more black-owned businesses, but then they ended up forcing everybody to fucking integrate, and then black-owned businesses disappeared. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how the hell shit operated. Like, wasn't it, like, wouldn't it be better to have a parallel society where individuals have parity as far as wealth generation and ability, rather than have, you know what I mean, an integrated society where you have individuals who, you know what I mean, are downtrodden because, like, they're basically, you know what I mean, locked out of a lot of the fucking systems just due to the stances of how the fuck government forced society. You know what I mean? Like, because half the problem in the black community is government intervention and feminism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to be technical about shit.
That's why you're seeing Brexit. They're just like, you know what? My Democrats haven't done shit for me. And that's been obvious forever, but now you have a lot more black people speaking out. It used to be like you had Thomas Sowell and Larry Elder. Now you have Candace Owens, but then there's also like a plethora of like independent people that are coming out.
Oh yeah.
Hotep Jesus, Eric July.
What's his name? Black, isn't it just Black Conservative? No, what is it?
Yeah, the black conservative dude on YouTube.
I mean, Donald Trump got like 28% of the black people supporting him at this point, which is fucking insane.
Coleman Hughes. What's the guy that just was on Dave Rubin? Rob Smith. Calls himself everybody's favorite black gay conservative.
You look like you could use a new item of
You know, yeah.
That is too expensive.
Like it's kind of on that level where, you know, fucking like people are waking up to the bullshit, but it's just it's weird because like the indoctrination centers are just pumping out so many worthless piece of shit kids.
Yep.
You know, like that's something else. Like, and I'm fucking like really like I was actually reading an article today. Like there was an article put out today, I think by somebody, I forget who it was, about the school pension crisis is back in the fucking news again. And I was like, oh, look at that, holy shit. And I mean, fucking, you individuals have, and all of a sudden, I mean, people are talking about it again. I was like, yo, fuck yeah. And I mean, I've been covering this shit forever. Like, that's probably one of the biggest existential crises we have right now in our fucking society.
Goblin.
I can't wait for the school system to fucking collapse in America. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, my nephews are gonna be right in the middle of it.
Yo, it needs to happen.
Hopefully I can get involved in their homeschooling and shit, do some more of that, and keep them out of that fucking public school bullshit as long as possible.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how much I'm gonna have to do with any of that, but I'll at least be there. Be a fucking positive man.
You should teach him. Yeah, teach him do shit.
Fucking build
there you
shit,
go.
fix shit, and yeah.
Fuck yeah.
The least I can do.
That's literally the most important part.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, teach him how to be dudes.
Yeah. And my sister is definitely like, she is cool with that. She's a pretty old-fashioned woman.
I feel you. I'm assuming like your dad's nowhere to be found.
No, he's around too. He's a difficult man. He's really not. She doesn't like the way he is with them because he has no patience, especially for young kids. So like, he's just kind of.
Well, how old are they?
They're 10 and 12. And he's like, he's like
have no patience when you get that old.
He's just like an old codger, man. It's just no fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
so it's like he's the kind of guy you can learn a lot of shit from, but man, it's not. He does not make it fun, dude, at all. So it's hard for kids to appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't appreciate it.
I know what that's like. So
I get it. I do. I get it. You know what I mean? But like,
I wish I could have the appreciation I have now. Then,
yeah,
it's totally different when you're in it.
Well, you don't know that you're training for later back then.
Yeah, I had to get fucked over for 10 fucking years before I realized he was right about a lot of shit. More than I probably care to admit. But I had to learn that shit on my own the hard way.
Wow, yo, it's hard, right?
I rejected him so hard, dude. And I feel like if I hadn't, maybe I would have been a lot more keen on sticking around and like, in terms of like, not leaving home and like going out into the world to do my own thing instead, you know. But he wanted me to like follow in his footsteps and take over his business, and I just completely fucking rejected that shit. So
yeah.
And
my
maybe
dad
it was a mistake, but what?
My dad was kind of the same way, but from the same point, He wanted me to be out on my own.
Yeah, I don't think my dad necessarily wanted me to like depend it as much as just wanted me to want to be involved. It wasn't enough for me to be involved. I had to enthusiastically participate, or it was a problem. He's just such a control freak that it made it difficult for a kid to appreciate anything.
Well,
You know, I mean, he knew what he was talking about most of the
he's
time.
just like, why can't you like this as much as I do?
Yeah, no, I'm so defiant. It's kind of like, well, fuck. I'll probably just not like it because you do. Then fuck you. How about that? Like, if you're gonna be a dick about it, then no. I'll just do the opposite. But like, I do have a natural affinity for music and stuff like that I do not share with him at all. Like, he doesn't give a fuck about music or anything like that. So we definitely don't identify on that level creatively and stuff. So like, that was really hard for me to accept. He could never understand why I was so into music and why it was so important to me.
Yeah, my pops, man, like he stopped doing like all the fun shit. You know what I mean? Like fucking once he had kids,
Yeah.
like fucking, cause like I hear stories about, you know what I mean, fucking like from my grandparents, my uncles, whatever the case might be, about my dad going hunting and fucking, you know what I mean, just going out and shooting guns and going camping and
I've
shit.
heard a million stories of my dad raising absolute hell, dude.
Yeah.
Like, apparently he was fucking wild as fuck when he was a kid and got into all kinds of trouble.
Well, that was me, you know what I mean? But like fucking, and like my dad used to like sports and he played football and all this shit. But like my dad, when I was coming up, he hated sports. He never went hunting, never went in the outdoors. Fucking like going on vacation or like doing shit was like a fucking major headache for him. And I get that now. Like I understand, like if you don't making money, you ain't paying the bills. You know, like I understand that mentality now. Like I get that. You know, like my baby's mom's like fucking. She's like, why don't we go on vacation to the beach? And I'm like, how about no? You know what I'm saying? I don't like, you know what I mean? Like we save our money and get shit. You know what I mean? Like fucking do better things with our bread.
Yeah, it's
go to the
fun
fucking
conversation.
beach. Yeah. You know.
You don't take me out because we can't afford it. You're always working, so I can pay the bills.
Boy, nigga, we got all these kids. What the fuck you want me to do? You know, like we don't have any fun together. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking every time you drink, you just get angry all the time. And I mean, you never want to listen to my music. I'm like, well, your music sucks. You know.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to listen to fucking females whine for fucking 4 hours while you get drunk? You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh god. Dude, is it just me, or does every female fucking vocalist and songwriter they always write the same song? It's just about their broken
I've said this
heart.
for years.
It's always about their broken heart. You hurt me, you betrayed me, and that's it.
Yeah. A woman has not come up with an original goddamn
go back
since
to
like
your catalog
1935.
Yeah, all the bands you know that have a female singer who ostensibly writes the songs too, and see if you can pull out much more than broken heart. You betrayed me. You destroyed me.
Yeah, you can basically boil every female song down to like one of like three things. It's either A, about fucking them having a broken heart and a man cheating on, B, them fucking a dude, or C, like literally just about like fucking them. You know what I mean? And the shit that they do during their day. You know what I mean? Like fucking Sheryl Crow's joint. You know what I mean? Fucking That Hard Day, or fucking there was a country singer that sang a song. I am Rosemary's granddaughter.
Outlaw, I wouldn't trust anything Norton's Security Suite tells you about files that you download. Not a fucking thing. I just wanted to let you know that.
Yeah, but I would say all female music sucks. Like every ounce of it. I've never heard of a good fucking female singer.
I mean, I might be able to come up with a couple. I had a spreadsheet and a calculator.
All right, okay. How about this? Have you ever heard a female album and listened to the whole thing?
Oh no.
There you go.
Not really.
There you go. Front to back, dude. You know what I mean? Like, there's never been a female singer with a good album front to back.
I can think of a couple metal bands who have female singers, but I'm not familiar with the lyrics. There's this one band I didn't know was a chick, and she's not ugly at all. I mean, this is a good-looking woman. She does that growl, that thing, like, sounds like a guy. But I don't know. Yeah, it's possible her lyrics are about more than that too. That's kind of doesn't really, crying about a broken heart and shit in like death metal like that is, you're not going to get much respect. So her lyrics might be a little more, have more content than that. I don't know. I would just imagine. But
I have a question. What is with white females' obsession with like serial killers and death? And
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Every girlfriend I've ever had, that's their most favorite shit to watch on TV is murder porn, realistic murder, like true crime. I can't watch
murder
that
porn,
motherfucker. It's all real, dude. That shit really happened in reality, and this is all about every minute fucking detail about these horrific, fucking violent, like. I can't sit there for hours and just stew in this fucking real shit. It's like, no. It's not entertaining to me.
No. Yeah, like, I've never seen anything that females watch that I want to watch.
They love that shit. I think South Park did a thing. I think that's where that term, at least the first time I heard it, was realistic murder porn. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, man. That chills me. It's uncomfortable to watch it.
I mean, fucking like females watch that, and then like that Real Housewives of Atlanta shit.
Dude, probably a lot of men watch that shit too.
No.
I guess.
No, I mean, yeah, like it's all females. Like it's the whole female viewership. It's like an MTV VH1 show or B.
I can't even imagine. Like I hear clips sometimes and people talking about it and shit, and I can't even imagine sitting through an episode of something like that. But like the Kardashians, never seen an episode of it. I've seen enough of them, just little snippets here or there, to be absolutely fucking repulsed by anything having to do with them. I don't get it at all.
I'm behind you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm behind you. Grey's Anatomies.
I see a few episodes of that. It has some entertainment value. At least it's fiction. At least it's a written story. You know what I mean? It's got that going for it. This is not just real people like pretending to be bigger pieces of shit than they really are for the camera. I don't get that. Ready? All right, in 5. Be horrible. We're rolling.
Okay. I mean, that in her face. Hang on a minute. Let me get the camera. Hang on a minute. Yo, fuck's that?
It's like the worst aspects of like attention culture. Like born out in real life. Like people who actually are wealthy and like from like Kim Kardashian doesn't do, or she didn't do it, and now that she has some assets and resources, man, she can actually do things in the world. But that's not how she got there.
No,
it's kind of a weird. I guess I'm somewhat ambivalent, but like, I don't know.
Like
it seems sick to me.
All of it's sick. Like our whole culture's fucking sick.
Yeah.
And it's the fucking creepiest shit I've ever seen.
There's still good shit out there. You gotta go look for it. You gotta be discerning. You gotta just watch just gotta just accept what they give you.
Hey, this build works now. How do you like it?
You can't just be satisfied with your options if you don't like them.
Well, it's died, but
too many people are just complain, but they still vote with their wallet.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the whole culture is sick as fuck. It's I don't know, man. Like and it's all aimed at
You don't think
women.
it has any
Like, and
redeeming
that's the
qualities at all?
aggravating. Huh?
You don't think any aspect of our culture has any redeeming qualities?
No, not at this point.
Well, you sound more black pilled than I do.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. You know, what I mean, like fucking, but like the conversations I've been having recently, just it leads me to a point of where like even the right wing of the right wing is lost.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like for me, I'm moving to a small town, and I know I'm not like escaping society by any means. It's just less people. It just makes a pill go down easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just
I
a
was
little-
in TFM server, right? And I legitimately got into an argument with TFM, right?
Yeah.
Where I had dudes on my side who were insane, right?
Yeah.
But on the same point, like I'm sitting here arguing with TFM about fucking like culture and heritage, and I've been having this conversation a lot recently about heritage. And I'm like, look, you have to like have some type of tribalism, like you have to,
You have
like
to allow
just
for it.
huh?
Yeah, you have to allow for it. It's
Yeah.
No,
So-
you have to have it.
It's one of those
Oh,
things
I see what you're
where
saying.
people confuse tolerance for being completely anti-tribal, which it's not.
Right.
Fight is over.
Well,
I mean,
it's-
I've definitely always been somebody where I think I make my own tribe. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you.
uh,
For sure.
at the same
Yeah.
time, I understand people, certain people, they have common interests. They want to stick together, and they don't like certain things, but they cannot like it and tolerate it. Right? It doesn't mean you get to come into. It doesn't mean you get to come into their home and expect them to be okay with everything.
I personally don't have much use for tribes, but they also don't like. I don't think they're inherently bad either. I think that tribalism has its usefulness too. There's some aspects of it that, I think they.
Oh,
I think
hell
there's just a
yeah.
part of human nature that it's just inherently tribal. You can't really
Okay, so
ignore it or change it in one generation.
here's the
For
mentality,
like
right?
hundreds of years.
All right, have you ever seen The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
I was watching that today, right? Like fucking, and in the end of the movie, like fucking, well, the whole movie's just like a samurai versus whatever, right? Versus fuck, you know what I mean? The modernization effort towards fucking Japan. And so the argument is that, you know what I mean, like you can't move forward while you're still holding on to the past. And like because individuals will fight against new technological developments because it clashes with old world cultures and mentalities and ways of doing things. But on the same point, you can't let go of your heritage because you have to have ground to hold on to keep you grounded in reality as to being a person. Like you're not a human being if you don't respect where you came from. Like you don't respect your ancestors, you don't respect, you know what I mean, the culture that you come from, you don't respect anything about your people, your family, whatever the case might be, because like how do I put this, man? Having pride in where you come from and who you are and your family and your tribe gives your life value. Because if you don't respect what was given for you to get here, you don't have any value upon yourself.
Well done.
Other than what you offer the world at the moment. And the moment you no longer offer the world that shit, you know what I mean, like whatever that skill is or whatever that ability is, you know what I mean, like, you know, say you get hurt or say like that's no longer useful to the world, there's nothing there to back that up. Because we have a whole generation of kids today coming up who don't offer the world anything and they don't have any tribal identity, they have no heritage, so they have nothing upon the world to base or value their life off of. So they've just become completely nihilistic.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And that's kind of like, I've been trying to work that thought out in my head. That's the best way I think I've put it so far.
I like it.
You know, and like I was like, religion's a fucking, I was talking about like religion's a fucking necessity. And I, because like, you know, like you have to have something outside of the government, you know what I mean, in order to like hold like society in place. Religion's the glue that keeps society in its position. And how do I put this? Like the reasons why women were kept at home raising the children, like, yes, it was a necessity for life, but on the same point, it's because the church said to do so. And without that, you literally have to use the government to say so, which means you're going to be using a man with a gun to force society to act a certain way, which is coercion on a mass scale. And that's just going to lead to a fucking big ass fucking conflict problem. Like, people have to be willing to do it themselves for a devotion to something bigger than themselves. And you don't get that through government because we don't, like, we're not from this land. You know what I mean? Like, our ancestors weren't born here. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us anyway. I mean, like, I'm a recent immigrant. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of recent immigrants in this fucking country. So, therefore, yes, you have ties to this land because you were born here. But ultimately, like, your country of origin isn't this one. So, you don't have that massive amounts of nationality of going, you know what I mean? I have fucking 40 fucking generations of people behind me. You know what I mean? To say that this is worth fucking saving.
Yeah.
Kind of it.
Cannot be done.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, man.
Yeah, like, so you have to have religion to form that place to get us to where we belong.
Yeah, I remember TFM talking about that, and I have a hard time arguing with that. I mean, it's hard for me to identify with that, but
Well, TFM's position
I
is the
get
other
it.
way.
what?
Like, TFM's position is the other way. Like, he doesn't like religion.
Yeah, neither do I. But I think he also recognizes that a lot of people seem to really need it, or most people in general need it. Some people can do without it, but society at large,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to work very well. And I'm fine with that too, as long as you're not forcing me to be in religion. That doesn't bother me.
Well,
I don't think we ever did that. Go back to the very, very beginning of this country, and no one was being forced to be any religion. It's kind of the whole point of the pilgrims leaving in the first place. Part of it, at least the story. Not sure how much of it is true, but they didn't have religious freedom.
Well, Jefferson wanted to.
No, I mean in England,
They did have
religious
laws.
freedom in England. This is why they came here. Or part of why they came. Here.
No. There were laws on the book saying you had to like pick a fucking religion. Like fucking after the Revolutionary War, individuals were becoming like real hedonistic or whatever, right? And so like in order to fucking maintain society, there was a lot of places that actually forced people to pick a religion, start going to church. There were places in this country that happened.
Interesting.
Which is weird. You know what I mean? Fucking, but like, again, another part of our history that we're not told. You know, fucking, there's some weird conversations about it. You know what I mean? Legitimate.
Yeah, Dulcie Outlet makes a good point about the fact women actually had to breastfeed was a part of what I think kept them in the house. You weren't going back to work because that's the only way your kid was gonna eat. You stayed home and breastfed.
Well, they had wet nurses and shit for females who couldn't breastfeed, but still, like wet nurses have existed for fucking years.
That's an upgrade.
Well, I got 2 sockets that I didn't have before. My damage went up 100,000, more than that, 170,000 or so. Toughness went up too, so. Or my recovery went up when I put I guess intelligence affects recovery. Didn't realize that.
Yeah, you know where to put the band-aid at.
Yeah.
Smart enough to make the right move. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like fucking like as I said, man, you're like fucking like this is all about culture and heritage, like and see that's the thing about the United States too, like they call it a melting pot, but it wasn't really a melting pot. Like it was more like a stew.
Not melting. You taking off?
Salad.
Okay.
A recruit has left. My foes
Yeah,
lose
salad.
some of their
See,
strength.
it's not any more apropos.
Yeah, I gotta take off for the night.
All right, man.
All right, man, get some sleep.
I didn't realize I was muted there. I must have muted myself and I was paying
Were
attention.
you just fucking talking to yourself for the last God knows how long?
No, I was just freaking zoned into the game. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but yeah, United States was more like a salad than it was a stew, right? Or than it was like a melting pot. Because like each part of the United States where immigrants settled at, like the culture in that area reflected the culture of the individuals of where they came from. That's why like my area and like Chicago or like fucking places in Jersey or fucking, and I mean down in the Carolinas or Virginia, like all of these places, like you can get different shit to eat. People speak differently, act differently. There's different fucking and industries there, and like the crops that are grown there are different. And it's not so much like everybody grows corn, but like each place will have like a different type of crop that came from the part of the world that the individuals that settled that area like grew. And that's
Right.
like some shit that we don't talk about. I mean, like fucking, and it's important to have that. And people held on to their culture for fucking ever, but now it's kind of just like disappearing because like nobody wants to have a conversation about their culture, and it's dying off like rather quickly.
Yep. Yep. You're right, man. Get the fuck out of the city.
Feel you?
Yeah, I just don't see things getting any better for a while. You're gonna get worse first. Like it's just kind of the way it is. Things don't just get better because people decide they do. They gotta be motivated by basically life or death.
Yeah. And by the way, we're up to 7,100 stores are closing this year.
Yep, saw that video.
Wow.
And Ford's laying off 10% of its workforce because they're closing down their European operations. They just sold them to Peugeot.
Wow.
You should probably like me playing this build a lot more than the other one because I don't teleport around.
Yeah, I really like it when you don't teleport around. You must hate it.
I like it.
Okay.
It's different. it's not as spam happy, so because of that, I'm able to control my resources based on what I'm actually trying to kill. Instead of, you know, just constantly having to kick stuff.
Yeah.
And launch fireballs in random directions.
Well, that would make me
That other-
easier for me.
The
What?
other build is hilarious. But it's
I think
it's the second best. It's the number 2 build. The only reason I went with it is like, oh fucking god damn it, those things.
I think it'll allow us to do harder content if we can, you know, stay close enough at least to be getting each other's buffs, if not actually concentrating on the same mobs.
Yeah, this is a more group friendly build. The thing is whenever it started, until I got that last piece just a little bit ago, that's why I switched out. I was like, thank God, like, you have to have it. It doesn't work without it, because it's the thing that allows it to cast from range. And everything else in the build doesn't allow for you to just have a shit ton of toughness, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yo, Cinderized, do you run on Mondays?
Do I what?
You just do Wednesdays and Saturdays, right?
Oh yeah. The Psalmist, yeah.
Yeah. I say we should, like, me, you, and Excel should do a fucking stream on Monday nights or some shit.
I'd be down for that. I'm gonna be moving sometime next week, and my internet is gonna be an interesting situation, but I will do my absolute best. Trying to make it to streams, even if I have to call in on my phone. The town has decent cell reception, so I can always go somewhere. But it might be hard for me to host a stream, at least until I can get a permanent solution of broadband internet set up. I'm just gonna have to make calls and get creative, I think, until I can find a solution. I've done it before in that town, back when broadband was still not a thing everybody had. So, yeah, man, I think that's a good idea.
I'm usually home like Monday nights and shit.
Did you kind of have a concept in mind, or?
Yeah, like I'd like to do like a Monday night, just like just bullshit. You know what I mean? Just fucking, you know, whatever. Going hard in the paint on some nonsense. You know, like fucking just expanding on like fucking thoughts and shit. Like we don't have to like really, because like me, you, and Excel could sit here and hold a conversation for like fucking 5 hours on nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you know, so I think it would be cool just to sit there, you know what I mean, and fucking like just have that opportunity to do that once a week, and like we can keep Pinoy live to being like, you know, the happy, fun-loving, enjoying yourself show. And then Monday nights we could do this type of shit. You know what I mean? Where like we have these type of conversations, because it's a cool conversation. Like we always have like the best conversations. You know what I mean? Excel fucking like, yo, he's always like super good at that type of shit, and that he runs on my OBS stuff. You know?
There's that.
Yeah, man, I enjoy talking to you guys more than just about anybody.
Yeah, Billy.
Yeah.
You know, and we can have like guests on or some shit to bullshit. You know what I mean? And fucking we can invite Ryan on. Actually, like, yeah, like we could, if we can. I don't know what Ryan does on Mondays. It'd be cool if he could jump in for like a little while.
Yeah, he's definitely got life. He prioritizes it. So you get him. You get him once in a while, for sure. He runs around a lot too.
He does what?
He runs around a lot. He's running around doing something.
Gotcha. He actually has like a social
But you
life.
should hit him up though.
Yeah, Billy.
I know he likes to get on when he can.
No.
I once suggested that we do. We had another time to work on, and I thought he was gonna kill me.
Fortune favors the bold.
Yeah.
He did not take that idea well. So
That is too expensive.
he doesn't want to do, like, I've talked to him several times. He doesn't want to do videos. He doesn't want to devote any more time to it. He just wants to do a live stream.
Well, why don't you just do the videos or
Well,
like cut up?
I will. I plan to.
No, I mean, just cut the show up and shit.
Yeah, I was doing that before, but I'd rather do something. I'd rather put energy into creating some original piece. On top of that, on top of the live streams, I'll have a lot more time to devote to that. And it's been my plan all along. And I've got a lot of ideas that I've written down and working on different assets and overlays and shit. Plus, I've got the new thing with Insomnus I'm working on too. That should be interesting. I'm hoping to kind of play off of that too, kind of like keep it in the same universe, so to speak.
Right.
Your flaws are revealed. What you
I don't know, like fucking. I gotta work on my overlays for fucking OBS.
No, fuck me again.
Like in particular for like when I do actual videos.
your strength fails. I will not do that. You are defeated.
Like I'd like to have like a better overlay to use, like, and
Yeah.
just work with shit on my fucking videos.
It cannot
I don't know. I kind of like what I.
I'm trying to convince Ryan to pick less topics per show. Like, I've been looking at the analytics, and we usually have a good audience for about the first hour and a half, then it starts to kind of taper off.
I've told you a billion times, man. It's an hour and a half.
And
That's
like,
like
the only
limit.
way that's gonna work is if we have less items. 'Cause can't really tighten it up a whole lot. Otherwise, it's just, I mean, what am I gonna do? Just not let Ryan reads the articles, and I just say, "Yep." I mean, we're gonna talk. That's the whole point. So,
Well, you kind of already do that a lot.
what you ask
what?
possible.
Well, yeah, because I
Yep.
want to get through it to the, but it's.
A vicious strike.
Well, like I don't know, you can cut out like the videos and shit.
Yeah, I suppose we could. Seems to be more
Like I'll be
convincing.
honest with you, like the videos are garbage. You know what I mean? Like
I always feel like videos are automatically going to be more interesting, but I guess that's not necessarily true.
The videos where I don't know, the videos you're making fun of shit on. I mean, it needs to be a conversation the entire time, full commentary.
You say you don't like the videos like the Happy Healer videos? You don't think that's funny?
I will not.
I don't like fucking like I don't know, like Young Turk shit.
Oh,
See, I think
well, neither do we. That's why we're showing.
Yeah.
We're like, look at this fucking shit. So it's not like we're gonna get the wrong idea. We fucking hate him too.
that's the point of the show. Oh no, I don't know if you can get rid of that.
Like the Young Turks, fucking the David Packman shit.
Oh yeah,
Like I feel like it's done to death.
kind of
You
our
know what I
bread
mean?
and butter. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe we'd seem to find new people. Guys.
Like, you know, fucking CNN. Like CNN's not bad if you're up to date, but the problem is you only do like fucking 2 shows a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, with that being said, like, you know, fucking, it's hard to be up to date on anything that anybody else isn't already doing. It's kind of the deal.
We're a lot of times we're the first, like, at least in the circles of people that we watch or that watch us, we're a lot of times the first to talk about something.
Well, I don't know, man.
Not
Like, I
that
know
people are
hard
hearing
bastard.
us and talking that, but it's a good topic and we get to it pretty early usually. We're usually pretty
Yeah,
timely
like-
and shit, man.
Like, hard bastard, you know what I mean? Already did it, like, long before you did.
My strength
Oh.
has increased.
You know what I mean? Because he does, like, a daily show. Fucking Revenge of the Sith or Nightwave or fucking Daywave already did it. Because they do a daily fucking show.
Oh,
And
I
you
see.
understand what I'm saying? Like, all the daily shows have already covered
You
all
know-
the shit that you're
you know-
already
I'm
you
not
know
familiar
what?
with those
Not-
guys.
Yeah. Okay. So here's something I could take away. I mean, this would shorten the show too. Find the cringiest one that you have the most to say about and play that instead of going through 12 videos as fast as possible. Well, no, because you guys are always like, oh, let's get to the next video. I was like, no, don't get to the next video. Sit there and bitch about this. That's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, they're there for you. Like, that's the whole point. Like, your fans are there for you. They're not there for the videos. They're not there for the articles. They're there for you and your commentary on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the deal. You know what I mean? Like, you're selling yourself. And that's, like, the whole point. You know what I mean? So, like, give them more of what you're selling.
All right.
It's kind of the situation. Like, that's,
I hear you.
like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I've learned about, you know what I mean, YouTube is, or just being an entertainer in general, is that they're here for me. You know what I mean? Like, niggas ain't coming out here for, like, the article. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they want to hear me fucking, like, say crazy things about, you know what I mean, like, some fucking female bullshit, whatever. But on the same point, you know, fucking, like, they're here for me. They're here because
Right.
I'm doing shit. You know what I mean? Because I built this audience up. You know what I mean? Or Turd Flame Monkey built the audience up. Whatever, you know what I mean? But they're there for the product. And the product's you.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, that's, I don't know, that's a tough thing to comprehend. Like, fucking, like, you know, like, how do I, like, you know, it's weird, man. Like, you would, it's counterintuitive because you never see yourself as a product.
Yeah. It's
You know what I mean? You don't see yourself as a commodity, but you are. You know what I mean? Because that's what you're leveraging now. You're selling yourself, your abilities.
I just poured it into a fuck ton of those darts.
Like Excel,
Really
like
never
Excel.
die.
I must hear.
Yeah, Excel stood there and like fucking like when we were starting off or whatever, making videos and all bullshit I was doing. He's like, let people watch your shit less when you have other people, like other videos that they're on and you're not talking. Like if it's 4 minutes
Yeah.
before you say something on the video, people don't watch it.
Yeah, you know, I know
Yeah.
what you're saying. I get a sense of that. Actually.
Yeah.
Do you kind of feel like the longer we go without saying something, that like it's not good?
Well, live streams are a little bit different, but I don't know. If you were smart, we'd cut the intro out after every live stream.
Yeah.
But people can go fucking.
Oh yeah.
I usually have a do
but
timestamps for everybody.
yeah, like so the thing with live streams is you go live and everybody understands that you're just kind of waiting for people to get their notification to get in.
Yeah.
They don't expect you to hit live and be talking.
Yeah.
'Cause then a lot of people join in and just miss everything.
Great cannot be done. Endless tide.
This is like
Yeah, so-
perfect for us. I don't even have to know if there's enemies. I just shoot one ahead and they die.
Yeah.
Your strength fails is impossible.
Ouch.
I will not do that. Your strength fails.
Ah, what was that even?
I don't know.
I don't know it. I don't know what it was either. I didn't see anything near you.
Endless tide. I must wait to use that ability.
Good to see you.
I'm not even done upgrading gems on this build. I'm at 16, 4, and 0.
I am returning to town.
And it's already pretty effective.
You have 1 at 0 still?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I switched up this build,
My path becomes clearer.
and it's all different legendary gems. Just gonna get those waiting for some pants and something else.
yeah. Well, I need to look at a few things. Hold
I need golem skin breed. No, I think I got those. I need those hexing pants of Mr. Yan. That's what I need. Ooh, I got my Spear of Gyro. My LON build is almost done.
Oh, fuck me.
No.
Yeah.
I just had the wrong thing in my fucking cube, and
Oh no.
it explains some stuff.
What? Like what? What? Oh,
Just damage and cooldowns not being up. I didn't have the
Yeah.
Ring of the Zodiac in my cube.
damage is pretty goddamn good.
Said I did not have the ring of Zodiac.
It cannot be done.
I didn't.
Obsidian ring of-
I don't care, dude. Like, legit, that sounds like some nerd shit.
Not Spurg shit, nerd shit. There's a big difference, man.
I said nerd shit. That's what I said. I said, sound like some nerd shit.
I thought you said Spurg shit. I'm like, what? Motherfucker, what did you tell me?
Say I got like an hour. Fuck it. I'll be passing by.
1154, really?
Checkpoint. I don't know. I'm debating on pulling over and taking a nap at some point because I'm going to be super early for all the shit I need to do.
Oh, 15 stacks on the first hit. Nice.
So if you were to make videos, like what fucking, what program would you?
Premiere and or After Effects.
Probably a combination of the two.
It depends on the.
That's true. A lot of times you can just make a few assets in After Effects or build your own templates,
Yeah.
and then you just go in there and just, like, change the text or something,
Yeah.
and then export it.
Yeah.
And
Most videos include a combination too.
Well, I'll tell you, like, what, like, you should fucking, if you do videos and stuff, right? like what you might need is fucking like some avatars.
What you ask is impossible.
Yeah.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
working on a full
He's
puppet,
got
like just like AP does. Like Acid does. I've got a whole thing. I'm doing a whole new intro. We got a little, like, almost like a little story to it. And yeah.
Like, would you use your face, or like,
No,
would you fucking like?
I'm gonna animate my skull. Actually, I already have it.
Oh, where?
First part of it done. I had like the straight on part. I don't have any angles yet, but
Yeah.
yeah, I got the head. I got all the mouth movements and tested it out. I just gotta basically finish building all the different pieces to the set, different cameras, you know, scenes in OBS, and then I have the beginning like roughed out.
Right.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use all 3D asset for everything except for the avatars. So like all the scenes and intro, everything will be all 3D, but it'll be, you know, fairly simplified. It's not gonna be like realistic at all, but it won't really look like as much of a cartoon. I guess a lot of cartoons have 3D assets in them now too, but I think it'll work out. It's also, you have to keep kind of a what your workflow is going to be in mind when you do regular show that has effects and shit in it. You got to be able to like easily reproduce them. You know what I mean? I can't be spending 5 hours preparing for every show, rendering scenes and shit. So it all has to be done in a way that makes it real easy to fucking, you know, change text and put up different scenes and then, you know, swap things in and out. Because one of the other things that we're gonna do, like part of the little narrative, is that we built a new set, but we didn't have much money, so we had to use stuff that we found. So we got like a piece of plywood and some crates and a couple of pallets, and like in like bare concrete fucking walls, just fucking leaks and shit. And as we get donations, we're gonna like swap things out for better stuff. So like we'll get a table one day, and then maybe we'll get like a shelf with a better, you know, maybe a better light source, you know, better chairs, and we'll keep upgrading stuff as we get more donations and shit.
Right.
And so every new show, or maybe every other show, you might see different, a new thing. And then, see, I've also been thinking about ways of incorporating, like, I want to make you like, or at least see if you guys want to work on that. Like, I would love to have a segment where like you bust in and we have like a crude animation of like you busting through a door, gorilla.
Yeah, like, kind of like I had on that, have set up in the other scene where the glass breaks and the sirens go off.
Yeah, kind of like that. Only it'll be like you'll need to have a couple of frames, you know. So we'll have to see how it goes, but I kind of have a vision in my head.
Yeah, I have a vision in my head of how the fuck I want to animate myself too, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Character animator is a good place to start if you got Adobe shit.
I do not have Adobe shit.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. It's one of their newer applications. It's built for like easier to fucking use than their older shit. Like Photoshop and Illustrator were built by photographers and shit. So like,
right.
But these newer programs are coming out with are so much cooler, and they do more specific things, but they're a lot easier to work with.
Like, can I just get character animator? Or I have to download the whole.
I believe you can. They have different. Like, go on the Adobe site. I think they got different plans or whatever for different shit.
Yeah, like because I legitimately do not want like fucking, you know what I mean, 85,000 gigabytes of fucking data, you know what I mean, on my fucking hard drive and shit. Like, I'm just, that fucking program is too goddamn big.
Oh, well, yeah. The size of the application, if that's a concern, then you're going to have to scale back. You know what I mean? Because you're going to need a decent computer to do that shit. The character animator is the only thing that, all the other stuff, there's alternatives. like creating like the actual images themselves. There's some
Right.
open source tools that are probably just as good as the Adobe shit. The character animator part, the actual thing that where your camera watches you and it monitors your voice. The voice is what does the mouth movements, how it decides
Right.
what mouth movements to do, and the camera tracks your head. You don't even need to use the actual camera tracking if you don't want to. The mouth movements would really require too much. You could probably handle it. I don't really know. I haven't tested it on a slower computer, but I can't imagine it takes a whole lot to do that. And it's something they've been doing for a long time. It's not new technology. So it's
Yeah.
just
Well,
never.
how do you? Well, here's
And there
here's
are
my
free
question.
programs that do it too. They're going to be
Right.
harder to use though.
It cannot be done.
Well, like here's my question: how do you put it in OBS?
You just it has a set up thing meant for live streaming. Like you click a tab and it sets it
Right.
up for you. It's fucking. I can tell you, it's made for like for streamers who do Puppet, like you know, avatars or whatever. It's called a Puppet, but
Yeah.
you can do just.
But I mean, like
or you
just
can-
as a video, like to record the video as the avatar.
It's not a video. It's its own thing, and you're showing the scene live. So you have character animator running all the time, right? While you're
Right.
streaming, and it's live. You know, it's not actually recording anything.
Well, no, but I'd like to just like record video with my fucking avatar.
You would do that. You would do it the same way. You would just use OBS to record it with, probably. Or you would if you want to do it that way, it's simpler, but you have more freedom if you record your audio separately, like
Right.
and just put it together. But I mean, it's all
Because I already,
how best
yeah,
you
I
want.
already do that. Like, I already record my audio separately. Fucking not when I use OBS. Right, I use OBS just to record the fucking audio.
Right.
But being honest, like I'd like using Audacity way more than OBS just because
Yeah.
it's so much cleaner.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, like OBS their filters are shit. They're like fucking garbage.
Yeah. So you just capture video and then run Audacity at the same time.
You can, I mean, I use OBS. Like that's why like my fucking quality goes to shit when I do articles a lot of times because like, all right, how do I put this? So my sound, fucking. Like, because I'll record a piece of.
You shouldn't be using OBS to do that, but I mean, unless you're prepared to like learn how to use a video editing software, that's honestly the best way for you. I mean, you can
What do you
disable the source in OBS and run Audacity at the same time and just capture separate tracks, but you still need a way to put it together, and that's the problem.
Well, I have that. I already have that.
Oh,
Like,
what
that's
do you
cool.
use
I
to
do that.
edit video.
I use Resolve.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, just do it all in there. Get screenshots of your articles, and then just put them. Just
Nah, but that's
it
the
in.
problem.
And
Is
put it
like
in the timeline.
articles be like fucking 10 pages long and shit, and you can't read them in Resolve.
Well, it doesn't matter. You don't have to. You just need the audio. You don't- and then you sync it all up when you do your comp. When you do the composition, you put it
Yeah,
together.
it looks so much cleaner in OBS.
Well, that just depends on your source.
And I mean,
If you
because
get
like,
a good clean image, you just got to get a good. You can't do
Yeah.
better than what the screen shows. So I mean, get a good screenshot, a high res screenshot, and then you'll have a lot more freedom. When
well, I feel what you're saying, but what I'm telling you is this, right? So, like, fucking in
you go
OBS,
back
like,
and
'cause I
edit
put-
yourself better and stuff. Like I don't know, it's going to be
Alright.
less work in the long run if you learn how to use it in that way.
use what?
How build your videos. Don't use OBS to build your videos. Use
Well,
your video
I
editing.
use OBS because OBS lets me put like a screen inside of.
I know it is. I know it is easier. It is a lot, but you've seen it. You're going to get better quality if you use your video editing software. You're just going to have to like figure out how to get your
Use
assets.
my video editing. You know what I mean? Like fucking, I can like turn down. I can turn down the volume, turn up the volume, scrub it up a little bit.
Yeah, but you got to also think about your composition settings, like your bit depth and your bit rate and stuff like that. The size, your resolution, all those things. Like that's the kind of stuff you should get familiar with to make good quality videos. Is to get a good handle on that shit, and then you'll just be you'll open yourself up to being able to do more better stuff. You know what I mean? The better you get at using the tools.
Yeah, I have no idea what bit rate depth or any of that shit is at all.
Well, the only way I learned about any of that stuff is by doing
no clue.
it.
Well,
rendering videos and fucking it all up and having to figure it out. There's no easy way to do it. You just gotta learn.
Well, like you seen my videos, right?
Yeah, you definitely got. I mean, you know what you're doing. It's just a matter of getting better tools. That's all.
Yeah, they're clean as shit. You know, what I mean, the only issue is that, like, all right. So with OBS, I can do the vast majority of shit that I want to do with, right? You know what I mean? Like, I can do, like, all the stuff that I want to do with OBS, I can do. You know what I mean? Because, like, how do I put this? I could put a scene inside of a scene in OBS, but I can't do that with my video editing software. Like, my video editing software, the best I can do, fucking, whatchamacallit on top. And I mean, I guess I could probably do more, but I legitimately have no fucking clue as to how. Like, just because I don't know how to use, like, that part of the fucking software.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's YouTube videos that ought to be real helpful.
Yeah.
That's how I learned a lot of shit these days. I learned a lot of this stuff before there was such a thing. I had to just fuck up a lot and learn how. But now, man, you can go watch a YouTube video, fucking get all the fucking tips and shit you need. And,
yeah, like the only part of it that I really want to really fucking get into is like learning how to do animations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just because like I want to be able to fucking like have like a background type of scene sometimes or something like I want to be able to make my I want to be able to like point at shit, you know what I mean, and like fucking like take my gorilla and like have like
yeah. Well, in order to get there, you're gonna have to learn about those things that I mentioned. That's just it's part of the business, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll make doing your job easier and more fun, and which will make you more creative, essentially.
Yeah.
It'll allow you to be more creative.
And what else? Oh, my next project for me to learn is text. Right? I want to learn how to do stuff with text.
In what?
Just text in general, like manipulate text.
Like
my first, like Excel tried to show me, and I'm still lost as fuck.
You mean how to cut and paste stuff around and search and jump around and stuff?
No. Like how to make custom letters or whatever. And like the first one I have to learn legitimately, because I probably have to like figure out something better than like what I'm using as far as like I gotta like get Photoshop or something.
I mean that's my wheelhouse. That's what I do for a living. But
yeah, like I want to learn how to make text. My first step is learning how to make text curve.
How to make it go on a curve?
Yeah. Because I have no idea how to fucking do that.
You need to get. I mean, if you don't want to spend the money, which I totally understand, there's a program called Sketch that's a good alternative to Illustrator, which I would recommend. If you want to learn how to do animation, you need to learn how to use Illustrator. And
oh my god, that guy just ran
Photoshop.
in.
Also, there are alternatives to Photoshop. There's a program called GIMP that is it's really not as user friendly, but it does a lot. It does enough. There's also Artweaver, which is also a decent alternative to. What you need to learn is a vector art program to create animation assets. You know what I mean?
Well, no. Like I wanna like just in general learn how to make like you know how like you make cards and shit for stuff, right?
Yeah.
I want to learn how to take like the text and like change like the backgrounds on them like other people do. Like Excel knows how to do all this shit.
You can do most of that in Photoshop too. You can do most of the text stuff, text effects and things like layer effects on text.
I mean, and like learn how to like make it like.
A lot of this is about selecting the right font.
Yeah, that's the other half. 'Cause I gotta get like 10,000 fonts.
That's you don't need to collect fonts. You just need to get them on a per use basis. Like you find a font you need for that job, and use that font. You don't go out. I wouldn't recommend wasting your time collecting a bunch of fonts. I've been there. I've done that, and
well, I got some fonts, but I never have them.
You rarely reuse. You know. So.
Well, I feel like I'm gonna be reusing a lot of fonts.
I know. I used to feel like that too, but I never really did. I mean,
a lot of the times my fonts are like stuff like I need a particular, I'm trying to mimic, like a parody of a movie trailer.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Like I went and got the Matrix font today to make that little card.
Oh, you should ask me. I've got a couple of them.
I just downloaded it.
Yeah.
Because like the program that I use is I use Paint 3D, right, to do most of my shit. Right? Yeah, it's gangster. Like it's awesome for like a lot of the stuff that I do because it is super easy to fucking use, and it allows me to like. Huh?
I said for what it does, it's a good application.
Yeah, like
I always have been lucky enough to have access to Photoshop, but I would use that or something very much like it if I didn't have another option.
I'm just curious. How high can I go and carry it?
Yeah, like I fucking because like it does a lot of shit that I needed to do. Like for instance, like manipulating images and pulling shit out, making PNGs and shit. I like that. You know what I mean? I need that type of shit. Like, fucking, that's helpful for me in what I do. But, like, I'm really restrained because of its abilities with, like, the actual text and shit. Like, I can't, like, curve the text. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like, I want to be able to take text and make it fucking go to, like, a half circle. And, like, fucking, I can never goddamn do it. It's annoying as shit.
It's text on the path. Gotta draw a path first.
I don't even know, like, not like the fucking Paint 3D doesn't do it. It just doesn't have the ability. I don't think. Not like there's no option at all to let you do that shit.
Yeah, when it comes to that stuff, man, I've done it all. So anytime you need help, hit me up.
Yeah, I mean, fucking like, and I got like the other half is
Sinrise, maybe you're just better when you're distracted. You realize you're doing like Torment 15 right now, right?
Yeah, I realize. I'm also just getting better at playing this particular one.
Yeah,
it happens as long as I stick to it as much as I want.
I
my whole computer through the window last night.
Yeah, I gotta get some 3D images of my body or my avatar.
Yeah.
As well, like if I ever want to animate it, it has to be like.
I have Element 3D and I know how to use it kind of, but I haven't fucked with it
Love
that
Element
much.
3D, man. It's such a good.
I want to make a city.
That was like the best fucking money I've spent on an app in a long time.
It was free. Oh, I think I
got it for free, fucker. I think I had paid $100 for it.
think
But
I
it was
stole
worth it, dude. It is amazing. It's just a
Yeah.
plug-in too. Like
Yeah, I mean, I have the plugin.
it's awesome.
I just didn't pay for it.
Yeah, well that's fine. I'm sure there's deals out there on it.
Well, what's Element 3D?
It's a plugin for After Effects that lets you do really, really high quality, really easy 3D shit. I've done a lot of 3D stuff the hard way, and Element is just ridiculously easy.
Well, here's my question.
The outputs, it's unbelievable.
Can you make a 3D dimensional thing of my avatar?
So you need a 3D modeling program, and then you can port it in. Now the 3D modeling I've never done.
I've done some of that. Blender is your best option.
Yeah, Blender's what everybody. That's what everybody.
It's open source, and it's the fucking one of the best 3D modeling apps ever made.
I don't really know what y'all are talking about, right? So, like, somebody break this down.
You'll be better off finding a pre-made thing, a monkey head or something, or a whole gorilla. I'm not sure what you're going for.
All right, you can.
And then like basically painting it, like putting a different skin on it. So you start with the base model, and then you just add your own shit to it. So, because 3D modeling is difficult. I don't know that I could model a monkey very easily. That characters, like animated, like people or animals, are very difficult, and I don't have that much experience with it. I've mostly done like real world objects and engineering type stuff.
Well, holy shit!
But there's plenty of like free libraries of fucking 3D models that you can find out there. And you can just use them, and then you can change them however you want. That's what I'm doing for a lot of the Insomnia stuff. I'm just grabbing a bunch of like stuff. People just put free shit up. Like, here you go. I made this. Have it. Like really detailed models too.
I am returning to town.
I mean, I feel like I don't know how I would do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I'd have to have somebody build something up as far as the head's concerned, and then, like, and I need somebody to do the body.
Yeah,
like to match the head.
That's a lot. I mean, that's a bigger deal than you might realize. Animating a full 3D character.
Oh. Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? Like, fucking. But if you want to use like fucking, you know what I mean? Like, have a puppet of what the hell I already have.
I'm using all pre-made stuff, and like anything I can easily make simple stuff if I need to, but I'm mostly using pre-made stuff, and I'm just going to adjust lighting and apply a texture to maybe change colors here and there. And then, but the actual animated parts, like other than camera movements, it's just going to be the character animator stuff, which is all automatic, right? So I'm just drawing the different mouth positions and the different head positions that are a solid, you know, single thing, and then it kind of makes the movements in between automatically. So I'm doing I'm doing that because it's easy to reproduce, and the way that the different programs interact, it makes it really easy to like change shit around, and that's a part of why I'm doing it that way. Because if I, you know what I mean, like if I make it too detailed, and it becomes a chore every fucking time.
You didn't upgrade your gym, Sunrise.
Oh shit! I did.
That is
Oh, it's the blood shards.
I mean, if that's something, just in case it's something you want to do, man.
Yeah, I just don't want to forget about the.
Well, okay, so like in my head, I'm sitting here like trying to figure out like how like this would work.
Mm-hmm.
Like the problem really comes down to like making the sides and the back of the head on the avatar, and then like making a basic body, because like a body really is no different than any other body on any. Really.
You should just look and see if what if
I
anybody that's
guarantee you
doing
there's
3D modeling.
I guarantee you there's
just tell them
already
what you
ones
want
made
and how
out
much they're
there.
gonna charge.
Go to turbosquid.com and search for 3D Gorilla. I bet you there's a free one that you can just download. That'll work in damn near any 3D program.
True. That's the other thing with Element 3D is you just gotta
And
go
I can-
download a shit ton of assets.
Yeah, and it's easy to convert those assets with like Blender or something. Just import it. Maybe do a couple little things here and there, and then save it as a different type. Import it into whatever app you need. Wow, we did it! We did a level 70.
I know. I'm just up in the gravity level, and I'm not going to empower. I spent a shit ton of money empowering rifts. Let's just see how much pain we can take.
I haven't spent that much yet.
This is just a shitty start. You know, we talked about like how much it
Wow,
sucks
yeah,
whenever
dude,
you just
like-
have everybody up front right away.
The amount of damage my shit is doing is scary low. What is that spell you're doing? It's just like push X to kill everything
Yeah.
on the screen.
Okay, I'm buff now. I'm like, oh shit.
Just try not to fucking ditch me too much, man.
I am not ditching anybody here. But yes, it is basically press X and everything dies. I'm waiting for his shield to wear off. There we go.
It's caught the very
Frost.
edge of that frost bullshit.
I couldn't see it because of the fucking corner. Bullshit. Oh shit. Fuck. Alright, we're gonna need a second here. Oh my god, I screwed it all up. I just screwed up. This is forcing me to play a little harder. And I made mistakes.
Mistakes were made.
I got some pretty decent CC, man, so maybe we can take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean... staying
Like
close.
my bone armor does the initial pull it stuns them and slows them. And then I have my curse as well. I have to get in melee range.
This is an annoying map because I'm playing a ranged build and it's not very conducive for range.
Has increased.
Alright, I'm doing more damage now, too. I got a
Fuck
stack
out
to
of the way,
build
that
up.
guy.
Oop. I don't have my spinner-proof pants on anymore, or thing on anymore.
I keep looking at my motherfucking clock and I can't believe it's like all 1:30.
Yeah, it's funny how time.
Like, I only got 3 hours left on my trip.
It's been great at fucking us with really terrible elite packs, and we've gotten literally 0 love from pylons.
Yeah.
over.
What the fuck is this bullshit?
My path becomes clearer.
Getting a ton of XP.
Storm breaks.
I don't know. I got some construction vehicle ahead of me that's going 12 miles an hour.
Damn.
Correction, make that 5.
Is that your engine brake?
No, that's fucking the rumble strip on the side of the goddamn
Oh,
road.
shit.
Yeah,
I could
they got the pylon set up like in the fucking lane, so I have to drive on the side. Trying to like fucking. Yo, construction sucks. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm up.
The fuck is this ridiculous retarded shit?
break beneath the endless tide.
Apparently it's lunch break for these Riris.
What you ask is impossible.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Oops. Shit. I had good
Yeah.
timing on that pylon. I blew my fucking armor. Yeah, I paid for it.
I just turned. I like walked around the thing, and then the enemy shows up, and I had like 5 darts hit me in the face.
Yeah. We're doing all right, but it is kind of like, it's pretty high stakes still. I mean, you make one mistake, it's pretty much it. But at least it feels like I actually have a fighting chance.
This build has a real problem getting itself back up.
Yeah. Ah, shit. I knew I should have.
You're standing in the middle of the orb.
Oh, those things. Yeah, I don't see them until after I die, usually. These 2 motherfuckers. They always like a lot of times. There's 1 or 2 really OP fucking elites out of nowhere.
Did they die? What the fuck?
Yeah, I got him. I got that one. I would have had him if I hadn't have fucking pushed it. If I'd have backed off like I should have. And let him take some damage and then jump back in. That's the thing with this build. You gotta jump in and out. You can tank damage for a second and then you pop out, run around, and pop back in. It works pretty good. I've been doing pretty goddamn better than I would have
So
imagined.
it's Muhammad Ali strategy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ali.
Melee. And I don't typically like doing melee, but it's working really well, so.
My path becomes
And
clearer.
full stacks of bone armor, when I first hit it, it hits like a Mack truck. And it stuns them. Ah, shit.
Here we go. Got 3 lanes. Construction's over. There we go. Freedom! God damn it.
I was like, freedom's in the chat. What?
Nah, I'm free.
Break.
I have a whole lot of health because I'm on a fucking mountain going uphill. Still only going like 50 miles an hour. Risa out of the construction.
Fuck you, Ember. It's just a terrible place to fight a Rift boss.
Oh, what? What? What was that? He was stunned. What the fuck?
He was stunned until he wasn't.
That. I don't understand what just happened.
I understand. We got stuck in a corner where I couldn't even fucking teleport. Like, I tried to dash out of the meteor, and he said no.
Where the fuck did he go? Fucking pussy. Okay.
And I here again. God damn it. You guy's an asshole.
What a fucking asshole. Yo, 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 yo.
I feel like it's not safe to try to res you.
Don't bother. Just keep trying to sneak damage in on him so you can get the fucking, the Bane of the Stricken up on him.
Yeah, I'm down for 20 seconds then. I guess we'll eventually get him.
I'm gonna drag him down. It's not like there's a fucking great place to fight him at.
Yeah, it sucks after I die and there's no mobs to pull bone armor from. I'm pretty nerfed right now. I mean, at least I have Land of the Dead every once so I can burn down good 25. Ooh, more than that. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh! So close!
Nice.
You fucking finished him off.
We did it. It was painful. Mistakes were made.
No Maximo.
Shit, my inventory is filling up, man.
I am returning to town.
Well, I think that's it for me, but we got to level 75. You probably soloed that, so I just recommend Greater Rift climbing while you can for your solo. You get a boatload of experience for accomplishing it the first time solo. Like, it's stupid.
Oh, okay.
You'll get like 5 levels per Greater Rift as you climb, and you just keep picking the max until you finally get one where you get towards the end of the timer, and then it's not worth it anymore.
Alright.
But yeah,
I
it's
think
like...
I got... Yes, I got him. Sweet. Pants. Got the pants I wanted. Yay.
Oh, why the fuck?
God damn it, I still can't fucking pick up all the blood shards. Yeah, this build's gonna get...
What? Oh, I could go harder.
I grant you the
Hang on, man, I gotta clear my inventory.
It doesn't matter. You clear your inventory.
I'm gonna go harder than them. I'm gonna go harder than them.
I actually have to leave.
Oh.
When I said I could go hard, but yeah, it's just late as fuck. Well, it's 12:30, but
You got work in the morning.
yeah, I want to get some sleep. Go to work in the morning. I didn't go to work today. I worked from home. I did work, but yeah, I actually got a lot more done than you might think, considering I just had a lot of busy work to do, and I had no meetings today.